Okay, so we're going to start by looking at our drums, and if you've been following any of the other tutorials, this should all be pretty standard stuff. I'm going to load in an impulse, and we have all our samples here, and I'll just throw them in one by one. Okay, so we'll start building these up. Just turn the level down a wee bit on this channel initially. And we'll add our hi-hats. And we'll just turn the tempo up a bit as well. Get it up to about 127. Tend to find these tracks are somewhere between 125 and 130 for some of the quicker, sort of more techy ones. And we'll just play that and turn down the hi-hats. And I'm going to pan the hi-hats left and right. Next up, we're going to add, we've just got a wee hi-hat loop here. So we'll just load it in and we'll warp and loop. Make sure our endpoint is set to the right position. And this has already got a bit of a shuffle in it. So we can turn the groove to straight and it'll just use the shuffle that's actually in the loop instead of using the swing up here, which we're going to turn up to about 40. Okay, so the next part, we're going to get that sort of real clicky, sort of minimal loop sound, and we're going to start off with a percussion loop here. And what we'll do is we're only going to use the first part here, and we'll just zoom in and we'll put a warp marker on each individual hit. And then what we're going to do is slice it up, and then we can sort of mess about with it and create some effects. Okay, so we'll right click and we'll slice to new MIDI track. And we can delete the original. Let's have a listen to this. Okay, it doesn't sound too great now, but you can turn the decay right down. And you can also play with these loop points here. So that gives you a sort of instant minimal style loop. And the last thing we're going to do is just group everything into a drum group track. So we set up our drum group, turn our monitor on, and then just assign everything in here. And we're also going to separate out our kick into a separate channel here. And then we'll send it to your group as well. And later on we may separate out some of the other drums depending on what effects we're going to be putting on them. And the last thing we're going to do here is just put a compressor on top of the drum group, just to tighten things up a bit. And there we go, that's our drums built. In the next module, we're going to be looking at our bass.